I'm going to talk today about calibration drift assessment. Every leak detection and repair LDAR rule has a requirement for daily calibration. Most of those rules do not have a requirement to check that later on in the day. It's important to configure and design your calibration drift assessment program correctly, because if you fail your drift check, you're going to have to go back and redo some monitoring. We had a lot of experience here at Sage Environmental, and we can help you to design and configure your program so that it will best fit your needs and make it as cost effective as possible. Now, why would we need to check calibration during the day? Your instrument can change for any number of reasons. One of the primary ones, you start out the morning with a fully charged battery, and over the course of the day, it becomes less and less charged. That can have an effect. You can also get dirt, grit, contamination in on your filter, which adds pressure drop, changes your flow rate, and therefore your calibration point. You can get hydrocarbons coating the insides of your sample tubing and probe, and those can continue to evolve and give you higher readings than normal. And even extreme changes in the ambient conditions like temperature and barometric pressure can contribute to a different reading on your instrument. Now, as I said, most regulations don't require a calibration drift assessment or drift check, but all the consent decrees that EPA has been negotiating with facilities and one regulation, NSPS VVA, do require calibration drift assessments. They require it only that it be done at the end of the day. So what we'd be talking about here, you calibrate your instrument in the morning. After you calibrate it, you take a reading of each gas and you record that number to verify that the calibration came in close to the certified value of the gas. Then at the end of the day, you would come in and you would read each of those gases again. And if any of those gases are 10% or more below the certified value or below your morning reading, then that's considered to be a failed drift check. And depending on whether it's a consent decree or VVA requirement, you're going to have to do some remonitoring, and the amount varies by which regulation is driving your use of it. Or indeed, if you might be doing it on a voluntary basis. Doing the calibration drift assessments themselves makes good sense. It's probably a 5-minute task to do it at the end of the day. And always remember, calibration is the only thing that connects your instrument's reading to any form of reality. So if you don't do any assessment of it during the day, you have no idea of the quality of the readings you're getting in the afternoon and evening. So again, this is a good program. It makes solid scientific sense, and it's in your best interest to do it. There's a number of ways you can configure them. Some will help you be more efficient than others, and we'd be happy to discuss if you have any questions and help you work towards that perfect calibration drift assessment program.